Exclamation, everybody, and welcome to Alaloth, Champions of the Four Kingdoms. It is by Gamma Interactive and is in early access right now on Steam for $25 US, and there's like a supporter pack that's like 30 some odd bucks US. So I have played none of this yet. What I see is that it's a single player with split screen co-op, although there was like a remote play together thing too, and it looks like an ARPG, which is definitely my jam, but I don't know much else. There was a cutscene that played at the very beginning of the game before you even get to the menu. Pretty generic story so far. It's just the gods had a war. The evil won that war. It tore apart the four kingdoms. Now everyone hates everybody, and fun times. So the one thing I did get out of it though was that it recommends using a controller. So I am going to use my Xbox controller since that is recommended by the game, and I'm going to jump in completely sight unseen and see what this is like. See if it's my jam. Maybe you guys can see if it's your jam as well. So, with that said, we'll give the game, I guess, half an hour, per the usual. But as you know, for me, I tend to like just play beyond even that. That said, before I start the timer, and this is the cutscene from playing the story. Let's see if there's any screens after the new game here. Okay, so what do we got here? Competitive campaign. Each kingdom has listed a champion to find a way into the Valley of Storms and kill Alaloth. Champions will impede your journey and will do everything in their power to bring glory to their kingdom. This mode places 3 competing champions on the map, making roaming and exploration harder, but giving you access to unique rewards. Single player campaign. One champion across Playman, chosen to be the head of the new herald of the new era. His troubles and tribulations that plague the four kingdoms alone, holding the fate of everyone on your shoulders. This mode allows the player to be the one and only hero of Playman, no champions to compete against, and only Alaloth to raise the stake. So, competitive. So I'm a little bit confused here. Is the competitive campaign, am I fighting against AI, or is that really just co-op? Like, do the other champions have to be players, or can they be, AI? I don't know. I guess I'll pick single player campaign because that's what I intend on doing. I'm kind of curious if I'm guessing this is the co-op mode, and you probably need other humans to play with you. So let's just do single player. And we can pick our race here. Humans. Versatile and adaptable. Yep, okay. Elves. Republic of Larister. Plus 10 magic damage reduction. Minus 5% poison resistance. Minus 5% bleeding resistance. Does that mean I have 5% less resistance to those, I guess? I assume. Ancient creatures of the woods, worshippers of Jaha and her children. The elven races have been known for unbroken bond with the world that surrounds them. While they're not the most physically capable of the races, they compensate with swiftness and grace alongside their cute magical abilities. Unfortunately, their prowess and magic leaves them weaker against being... Okay, so they are weaker against poison and bleeding. Okay. Dwarf. Karakun. Raised on the freezing mountains of Karakun, the dwarven race learned to adjust the climate through the generation of building their halls inside the mountains. Their thick skin allows them to walk the cold passages with ease, which gives them a great tactical advantage in their home turf. Unfortunately, hotter climates and fire affects them much worse, and their reliance on their hands left them weaker against magic. Okay. Orcs, the Desolation of Baga, from childhood through adulthood. So they have additional poison and fire resistance, but no ice resistance, or less ice resistance. It's always lived in harsh lands, but it wasn't until Baga that the kingdom of the orcs fell to disaster, and the heat overpowered land, turning rich soil to arid desert, but the orcs would not fall to their knees, blah, blah, blah. I guess I'm just going to go human, because why not? One-handed and a shield. This will only influence your starting equipment. Very useful combination. It was used for centuries. You can use any weapon that you can easily wield with one hand. It will protect you better than any other tool. Dual wielding. Okay. Pole arms. Heavy weapon. One-handed and shield. Dual wielding. Pole arms. So do I want sword and board or do I want dual wielding? I feel like, I mean, if I was an elf, I'd probably want to do dual wielding. I feel like for human, I think I'll just do sword and board for now, because I don't know what I'm actually getting into and like speed, if there's like different speeds for the weapons and all that stuff. So let's do that. Kind of going right down the middle of, you know, basic RPG stuff, which I know isn't the most exciting thing to see, but it's, I don't know what I'm getting into. I'm kind of like, I want to make sure I show off some of the game and I don't get stuck in like the first area because I picked something ridiculously crazy for someone who's just starting out. Sedlak, by sea and by land. One of the largest houses of Edoras, descending from Ronald, son of Yarkov, ancient lord of the Isles, and Vestas Bay, so they find establish themselves. Trade route. Okay. Traders. Strength and standing. One of the most powerful families. Rules city of Winterleaf. And the north. Oh, someone's been taking some inspiration. Succeeding Lord Hilian Bardolph, who was named Shield of the North by King Ian II during a siege, decade-long war. It's the Horde of the Dead. Standing. Fearless of heart. I wonder, these don't really have any effect. They're just sort of your, just pick whatever you think is interesting, I guess. Laramund is derived from the Clary, meaning eagle. The Claremont were part of the large mountain clan that fought in numerous battles during the Second Era. Like eagle's cry, strength and faith. I guess I'll take Will and Kel, I guess. I don't know. Alignment. Oh, interesting. Neutral? Good or evil? Altruism. Good characters make personal sacrifice to help others. Neutral. I guess I'll just go good, because you know me, I'll probably end up aligning good anyway, one way or the other, so I'll do that. Itty. Ooh, gun probability. So Idaris the Beacon. Allfather, the never-ending battle. Item, Gift of the Allfather. 100 max health. 10 maximum stamina. 15% bleed probability. Okay. Bingle the Hawk. 7% critical probability. Minus 5% skill cooldown. The skills cool down slower, but you get more crit. You know, crits tend to be a really good thing to have, but we'll see here. 5% map speed on water. Oh, you go faster on water. All right. 10 maximum weight. Oh, is there going to be like inventory weight and stuff? Oh, I'm kind of thinking like I might want to do that. Have more inventory space. Utum, Goddess of Beauty. 25 max health. 5 physical damage reduction. Plus 5% gold, plus 5% luck. Max health, max stamina. Gift of the Allfather, so it's an item. So do I only get these things conveyed to me as long as I have the item? That's what's weird there. You know what? I'll take the critical probability, even though the skill cooldown is higher there. Okay, character. So picking gender is actually picking... Oh, it's picking different... Weird. Skin color... It's actually doing like a random thing. Hair... Sure. Not the prettiest looking character here. I'll say that much. I mean, it's early access, so I'm sure they're working on it, but tell me you don't have goatee. Really? Alright, this game sucks. They don't have goatees, they have that. They have oh, that's ridiculous. Alright, well we'll go with the porn stash, I guess. Sure. Sure, we'll go with the porn stash. Randomize name. Can I actually enter character name? How would I do that from the can I do that from the thing here? No. I guess you have to pick one of these names. Alright, we'll say Maximilian, whatever. Oh, here we go. Enter character name. Oh, you can just change it. Alright, well, that. If you want to proceed, you'll be unable to modify it later.
The Blessed Kingdom of Eterest was once a pious kingdom, determined to keep its faith and stand together against all the tragedies that have beset the world. The wounding of the gods, the fall of Alaloth, and the destruction of the Promised City. They kept their faith for hundreds of years, standing strong in the face of adversity. They use blessed to describe Eterest once, held true in generations past, but now the terms become something of a mockery. The kingdom has lost its way, and peace between the houses, once mitigated by the priesthood present in every city, has become fragile. All the priests have become discredited, and many of their shrines and temples have been abandoned. Some of these holy sites have been laid waste and fallen over to Alaloth and its minions.
That's pretty rough. I don't know if English is maybe not their first language, but that opening intro with the way it was worded, some of it was kind of choppy and a little bit rough there. Some commas trying to... they had run-on sentences that they tried to not make run-on sentences by putting commas in there, but that's not exactly how that works. Anyway, let's do get the timer going here. Baldwin, look who decided to show up for practice. I guess that soft bed and all those warm meals are taking their toll on you. Feel you'll lose your touch? Good morning to you too. Shall we begin? Exercise those muscles. Go over to basics so the next time you face an opponent you won't forget your training. Alright. Press R to lock onto an enemy. With multiple enemies, use R to switch your target. Finally, we'll start slow to get you in the mood for a fight. First things first, never take your eyes off the enemy. Stare them right in their sockets so there's no more life. Okay, if there are multiple enemies coming at you, make sure not to focus on only one for too long. Play attack X. Time strike, go easy, nothing that will do out. Okay. Good, but these light strikes can only do so much against tougher opponents. Go for a heavier strike, just remember they may be deadlier, but they'll leave you exposed and tired. Okay. Attack enemies with depleted poise to deal increased damage. When you break the enemy poise, you recover stamina. Each fight is unique. It's up to you to decide how to engage the situation. As you look at your opponent, make sure to notice their poise as you attack. It only takes one vulnerability to bring an enemy down, and there's nothing more reinvigorating than seeing your enemy stumble. See the little bar there. Oh, we got a stamina bar. That's fun. Hold direction to run. The harder you hit, the more they will stumble. Now, it's not all about the action. It's also about reaching your opponent or running away. How about you give me some lap? Stretch out your legs. Okay, so hold down. Hold to run. Okay. Good. Remember, fighting's not only about the attack, it's also about the defense. A quick dodge makes all the difference in life and death. I'm going to attack you now and I expect not to hit you. Dodge through an enemy attack. No? Whoops. Okay, the timing is very weird. Dodging is all well and good, but that's not always an option for too long. You know where I'm going with this. Raise your arms and prepare to shield yourself from my attack. Beautiful. Oh, nice parry. Okay, if you do that just at the right time, that has better timing than the other thing. There you go. Don't expect to hide behind that stance forever. The enemy will wear you down eventually. That's why you need to find that perfect moment where you can strike back as the enemy's attack is foiled. Come on, show me. Because I'll be right before an attack can... Okay, I've been doing parry already. Like, the timing on that's really easy. At least for this guy. Trust in your instincts, but be careful. Enemies won't hold back if you fail your timing. Attack the blocking enemy to be deflected, then press B to dodge out of it. Okay. Strike me now so you feel your attack slip away as I block it. Remember, when you lose your footing, it's better to dodge away to regain it than standing in place. Your arms are not the only weapon in your arsenal. I know it's often forgotten, but your legs have power of their own. A good kick can leave a blocking enemy defenseless for a little while. Or B to kick. There you go. Those knives you have, while unlikely to cause any damage to an armored opponent, will get their attention. Maybe even separate them from their group. Give them a shot. After receiving damage, hit points can be recovered by attacking. A good warrior knows how to take a beating when they need to. Put your arms aside, let yourself be hit, and strike fast against your opponent. Find that course of action to be rejuvenating. No? Don't forget those flasks on you. In case the enemy knocks the wind out of you, I trust that you know what you're doing. Out in the heat of battle, we tend to lose... Trust you know what you're doing, but in the heat of battle, we tend to lose sight of our own health. Okay? As much as we can do today, I fear that you'll see combat sooner rather than later, but at least you won't be forgetting the basics. We got stamina bar stuff to worry about. I bid you good morning. A crow arrived earlier. An important letter tied to its leg. The steel bears a mark of King Adrith. I had hoped that you'd have more time to recover from your journey, but I guess that was wishful thinking. What did the letter say? The king wishes for your audience at the earliest. Do not go into more detail other than that. In fact, it concerns the recent rumors of warriors being recruited across the land. Perhaps he's looking for a champion. It is time for Alaloth to die. I hope so, we all do, and what better warrior to do so than yourself? Servants and I wish you luck. Please return to us in one piece. Many thanks, I must get going. King await. Huh. Okay. So, pre-rendered backgrounds with sprites on the foreground. That's an interesting way of going about it. A champion, child of Edris, our only hope. The people know very well the horrors that were inflicted on us through this era. Your presence in the palace comes at no surprise to them. The kingdom and I asked for too much, but a brave soul in these troubled times is exactly what we need. Since the fall of the gods, Alaloth has terrorized us with his presence. The promised fifth kingdom holds him at bay, but I fear that the time is nigh for his escape. We cannot let him devour our world with his corruption. I am your faithful servant. I will not fall. Or fail, yes. I hope your words prove true, for even with Idris by your side, you will need all the help you can get. For centuries we've been searching for a way to pierce through the Valley of the Storms, a land that separates us from the Fifth Kingdom. And now we think we have the solution. When Vazmil fell, we broke apart her essence into 4 artifacts and scattered them across the 4 kingdoms, 1 in each. Only the combined power of these artifacts can let you through the storm to reach the Devil's Cage. If I were you, I would delve into the most dangerous places in Plamen to find them, for I'm sure our enemies won't make it easy on you. Beware, champion, others are called to serve their kingdoms, and only one of you will have your chance to claim the Fifth Kingdom and kill Alaloth. Go now, child of Edris. Bring us victory and immortalize your name in the history of this great and blessed kingdom. May Idris give me courage. The mighty capital of Edris, seat of King Adrith of House Kendrick, which ruled the land for over a century. Well defended and rich, the city has everything an adventurer might need for their journey. A center of trade for the human kingdom, standing strong amongst the rising tide of adversity between the houses. A grand monument to human achievement, but in its core, corruption reigns ever since. Movement and camera zoom. Hold move. Run. Zoom in and out with the camera by holding left trigger and R. Okay. These are main hubs where you can trade, quest, or rest in a tavern. Right? Capital city of any kingdom, you can visit the throne room, help with the ruler of the realm, and find enchanters who can enhance weapons, armors, and skills for magical gems. For every spot, it could be worth it. That was the move the camera. I don't know how it was supposed to go visit the tavern later. Good kings. Lena's mad, don't let her drag you into a fight. What is this? Bounty boards. Brigands and corrupt creatures of all kinds create the problems everywhere. But rare bounty hangs over their heads. Quest for mercenaries on bulletin boards. Killing ravens. A reckless warrior named Ernan asks for support to exterminate a valley. Coldwood from the most incredible ravens play. Sounds simple enough. Ray Raccoon's army. A reckless warrior named Riffin hunts for a noble knight to rescue roaring hills below. Fantastic Ray Raccoon's ambush. Skeleton horde. Frost spiders assault. I guess I'll just take all of these. I have no idea what they're my level or not. Quest giver. During your journey, you'll have people who are giving you quests. In exchange for a reward, there are special quests that must be completed within a time limit, or will only be available if a specific event is triggered. Talk to these characters, listen to their requests, choose whether to accept. You see a lady in your path. She appears to be mourning someone near to her heart. She has no tears in her eyes, but you know that sadness that plagues her. Excuse me, I wouldn't want to bother you, except that my husband, Calbert, he's been gone for a week without any news of his well-being. You seem like a capable fighter. If you can go find your heart to help me, I'll give you everything I can. Where'd you last see him? I packed his caravan the morning before he disappeared. He was to go to May Falls and return right away. I fear that bandits ambushed him on the road. Who knows what they did with him? Do you know of any bandits that operate around here? Must be those ravens. They grew in number not too long after the descent, preying on the fragile state of our kingdom. I'm sure they have him. Please rescue him, bring him home. Do what I can. We got a bunch of quests to do. Best weapons and armor, Novoa right here. Okay. Blacksmiths are skilled in metal manipulation, and the bigger cities have the most skilled ones. You need to purchase materials or buy, repair, sell, and craft new gears. You should definitely talk to them. I don't even know if I have 2,000 gold. Metal scraps, longsword, falchion, heater shield. That's $2,000 right there. Do I have? What's my inventory? Ah, here we go. Inventory menu. Yeah, I know what an inventory menu is. Thing. Family sword equipped. Okay. And armor, family armor. Resistances offhand. Family shield 40%. Physical damage absorption 5 durability. Everything's got durability too, huh? That's good. It's gonna be like Breath of the Wild where everything breaks after like two swings. Let's compare. Oh, here we go. Comparison made against the equipped family sword. That's good. So physical damage is more. Weight isn't okay. Durability is more. 35. No 5. Damage. Critical damage. And bleed probability. Critical probability goes down. Everything's equal on this one? Okay. That's interesting. My family shield is equal to a rare shield. Okay. There we go. Light shield. Ability plus 13 weight. I don't have enough money for it though. Well, it has more physical damage and stuff. Absorption. Alright, let's take let's buy this one. And then we'll sell I can't sell it unless I don't have it equipped. Okay. Can I not sell it? I guess it's not. I guess you just can't sell it. You like can't discard it either. Like this one, you can actually discard. Family sword, you can't. Huh. Interesting. Looking for best enchanter. You're coming right place. Found. They sell magical gems that empower your gear, and they're the only ones who can fuse them with weapons, shields, and armors, or remove them. Okay. Well, I guess I don't have any. I don't know if I have any gem slots. It didn't look like it on those, unless I'm kind of assuming there'll be like a indication that it's got gem slots on it, but I didn't see any, so I'm just going to kind of roll with it. Also, oh, I see. Journal is right. Quest log. Light Vanza meal. Kill forest fighters. Forest trolls. Ravens. Two killing ravens, I guess. The known world. Here we go. I assume we're leaving. Have general vendors. Okay. Healing potions. I'm going to assume I'm going to need some healing potions. buy more than one at a time? Guess not. 125 gold left. I'll literally buy one. Let's hunter belt. I don't have one. So 4. Oh, wrong thing. Elixir. I hear it. Say, where the hell's the health? Healing potion. Pocket 1, pocket 2. Lesser. Oh, I have lesser healing potions. I have 2 of those. Lesser elixir of might. Okay. See what that's all about. Other champions. As you travel around the cities, you may encounter other champions from other kingdoms. Each of them is distinguished by an icon. If they have not been invested with the mission of defeating Alaloth, they will not be hostile towards you, but they will tell you something about themselves. You carry a heavy burden. It must have been an envy, responsibility, blah, blah, blah. Princess. Yeah. Don't really care. The world map. I'm sure, yeah. Get some combat here. What is this? Divided into 4 kingdoms, the center of which is the 5th kingdom, now occupied by Alaloth. Each kingdom has its own culture, blah blah blah. Alaloth's corruption haunts its across the lands of the famine. To access the 5th kingdom, you need to find the shards, blah blah. You've already told me this. Shards are hidden in the loot, protected by monsters in the fighting areas. Claim the fighting areas before other champions do, and find a secret shards that face. Now move across the map. You can traverse the land, climb on foot, different terrains. Speed up or slow down your march. You can also use speed to travel faster. Different mount can be better on different terrain. Roam across the map, the day will turn to night, and vice versa. Each will bring a different set of opportunities and dangers. Right. Events of various kinds will follow one another. Special vendors on the roads. There will be many travelers. All 4 races moving about. Some are merchants. Some are messengers. Some are warriors. We're here pursuing us, boys. What do we do about that? Made the biggest mistake of your life. I hope your corpse is worth something. No one attacks the ravens and lives to tell a tale. You think your weapons will help you? Make sure you use them on the next doctor that comes out of Seeker's glory. So, thing. Use consumables. Okay. This is very unfair right now. Okay, this is really unfair right now. Why is it that I've already... How is it that I've already forgotten all the buttons? Like, I don't... 3 days of all equipment. I've lost 1 durability. Oh, so it loses durability when you die? Okay. Weird. How is it that I've forgotten all the buttons already? Like, fuck. Settings. Gamepad. So dodge, I remembered. Interact. Okay. That's so. Was it X was light, Y was heavy. E is dodge. Target I did. Block was okay over on the left. Right. Why I wasn't blocking. You still. The blocking was the bumper. Every game puts blocking on the bumper, and it's like it's one of the most important things, and yet they put it on the smallest button they can find. I don't understand that. Like every game does that too. It's like, oh yeah, it's got to be on the bumper. Like no, it's. Why don't you put it somewhere where it actually makes sense? Skeletons here. Maybe I'll have a little bit. Oh, come on. I'm blocking. I'm parrying, I mean. Okay, now we're getting the timing down a little bit. At the end of the fighting area, there's always a prize. Clear zone from the enemies. Access the loot chest to gain your reward. Choose what to add to your inventory. You can also drop gear you already own to free space for new ones. Don't exceed your weight limit. Don't worry about quest items. They have no weight. The Great Battle Axe. Two-handed? No, thanks. We'll that. Question becomes, am I getting, are these counting towards my quest, or does it only count towards the quest if you have the quest act? That's the other thing. Oh, come on here. All right. So yeah, this game isn't balanced at all. Falling items are now broken hunter belt. Okay. They didn't even try. They didn't even try to balance this game, it feels like. Alright. Let's so where's my, how do I, killing ravens. Did I get anything for that other skeleton sword? It feels like I should do the skeleton horde thing. There's skeletons around here. I don't think I got credit. Oh, kill 4 of 6 undead. Okay, so I did get credit for it. I'm like, alright. At least you know. Let me know that I'm getting credit. Even close to me and he was doing that. That's what's getting me, like the hitboxes are just cracked. No. Keep the gold. And that was completed. Where was I even at? Like, okay, Goldwood, where did I start out at? Lately? I have no idea. Like, I'm so discombobulated. Like, it just spawned you somewhere completely different in the world. And I'm like, where the hell am I? Like I said, the hitboxes in this game are just effing whack. Like, you can't tell. Like, it doesn't look like they're close enough to you actually do any damage, and yet they're hitting you. It's very weird. Also, where did I even? So I started out in Edoras or something, right? So the Fifth Kingdom there. Like, I want it. I'm trying to get to. I need to. My equipment up here. Wind. So disorienting, right? It's like you start out on one part of the map and then suddenly you die and you're somewhere completely else and you're like, where the hell am I and what am I doing here? I'm not gonna get up that. Don't look out for anything shady. How do I cool? Lore characters reveal new insights about the world of Plamen, unlock new information. Like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and read all that right now. And there's no counties there. Where the hell is the... Like, I got stuff that needs repairs and stuff. Where the hell is that? Is the blacksmith at here? There's an eagle. Taverns. You can pause from your fight. What do we have? Keepers. Food and stuff. So food gives you like conveys different benefits, it looks like. What is this over here? Book of Eras. There's a place to sleep. You're a lore person, right? And weight, you want to add a piece of equipment, but your weight doesn't permit it. Sacrifice something else or deposit some gear in a tavern stash. There's that. Coins to rest. Yes. Yes. I mean, okay, so I'm down in the corner saying I have 100% health. So I guess that wasn't necessary for me to do that. What I need is I need to repair my... Where the hell do I go for that? This is different. That's right, that's a different campaign, right? Oh, here we go. We have, how do I craft and repair? Here we go. So what I want to repair. Repair that. Repair that. I guess you can't preemptively repair things. Like you're just kind of stuck with them. Like if they have one durability left before they break, you're tough noogies, I guess. Money. Given how unforgiving the combat is in this game, and by unforgiving I mean janky as hell, I think they would make potions more affordable, at least at the very beginning. Because it's like, the combat is definitely needs some work. Why put this on? Healing potion, equip. I might have just used one by accident. Oh well. Yeah, it's a bit good first start, but man, it's like super duper unforgiving and not in a good way. Right? There's difficult and then there's freaking impossible. And this stuff is like freaking impossible. Right? Come on here. Can't even get to the freaking guy. Is this really how they want the combat to go in the game? Is that you're just like take one shot at them and then just keep running around? Alright, that did not feel good at all. I gotta say. Two-handed weapon, quarterstaff, uncommon. I mean, I'll pick it up just to sell it, I guess. Because it's an uncommon. Ray Ratkin's army. Good lookout. Greystone. Tears of light. Remarkable example of human work of art. Size shaped rivers in the face of Vesemir. All spawned from her eyes. Vesemir's face shines through a remarkable sculpture carved into the cliffside, true testament to human art. Blah blah blah. All that stuff. I mean, I like what they're doing here. I think it's just like they need to fix their combat. Like, big time fix the combat. Like, don't patch anything else until you fix your combat. I think that's the one thing that really no bueno right now. Not you. Iron Companion. Find some formidable warriors ready to join you in the quest to defeat Alaloth. Hire up to 4 companions, but only if they are your same alignment. You can then venture forth into fighting areas with a maximum of 2. All these companions have their own special quest with intriguing backstories to discover. Once you've recruited them, a local co-op mode will be unlocked. Next time you'll enter a fighting arena, a companion selection screen will open. You can venture forth with up to 2, each controllable by a different friend. Alternatively, they can be controlled by AI. Okay, that's cool. The business with Our Lady of Light, seeking help against Alaloth. Come to the right place. My fight is with Alaloth as well. I know you're a pawn of a king, but I can make peace with that as long as you show me that you stand for something greater than yourself, greater than interests of our kingdoms. Tell me who you are. My name is Lilia of the Shield Bearers, an order of dwindling number. We're elite against Bazmil's adversaries. If you think me worthy, I'll join you in your quest. Alright, welcome on board. I'm gonna see a healer, that would be nice. Yeah, hired. So do I have to pay for them? Not on it. Did it say anything about me having to pay for them? So I guess they just kind of join you for nothing? Or I guess you could, or maybe they get a portion of the spoils or something? I don't know. Health is at 39.1%. Alright, well, I mean, having companions is good. I wish they had mentioned that. Or, I wish they had like a companion in the main quest area. So you kind of like, where you start out, so you can get used to it right away. Sanctuary. Oh, now there's a quest giver here? Oh, that's her, like, companion quest, right? Here's go. I'm not going to listen to all that. Quest. Okay. Can I get, like, a free heal or something? Can't do that. Nothing's free in this world. Alright, that's the thing. That's the thing. They're on the right track. Let me preface my words with, they're on the right track here. And the combat's super rough. Like, super rough. Like, it doesn't feel good at all. Right, you know what I mean? It's very, like, you press a button and 2 seconds later your character responds. You know what I mean? The hitboxes are 90 feet up in front of you, around your character instead of like tight up on them. You know what I mean? You're getting hit when it doesn't even look like you're supposed to be getting hit. Things like that. Obviously, they're reusing the same battle arena all the time. As well, it looks like. But I mean, it's early access, so I'm expecting some of that kind of stuff. I just, I'm torn because I like what they're going for here. I like the idea behind it. It kind of feels almost like it feels like a single player / co-op MMO almost. Kind of. But it's just like the biggest thing biggest draw for an ARPG is the combat. And when your combat is this bad, it's hard to recommend it to anybody, right? You know what I mean? It's like they really need to sit there for the next, I'd say, 5 patches and just work on the combat. Don't work on anything else in the game, just the combat. And get that, get it right, because right now it's not. It's the opposite of right. I would say it's janky and ugh, right? And it's just if they can tune that up better and make that a lot more responsive, make the characters more responsive. Don't put, like, they're definitely, this is the problem, right? The problem is stamina bars. Stamina bars are always a problem. Stamina bars are an example of you don't know how to design a game. That's 100% period. If your game has a stamina bar, you don't know how to design a game, period. Because all that is a way of saying we don't know how to balance the game properly. So we're going to throw a stamina bar in there so that because that's how we'll balance it. We'll just throw a random number in there that makes your character suddenly not responsive. And, good luck with that. You might as well just make it a toss of a coin at that point, right? So any game that has stamina bars in it is usually probably pretty bad, unless the stamina bar is so is only used for certain things, like if you're going to have like heavy attacks or something like that, right? Like they have light and heavy attacks in this game. I could see the heavy attacks, maybe you would put them on, instead of having a stamina bar, maybe you'd put them on cooldown after like a certain number in a row or something like that. Or maybe you'd have a perk that's after you level to a certain point, then you'll get maybe 2 heavy attacks before you have to rest for a moment or whatever. But putting everything the way they have it right now, it's a crutch. Like if they were to remove that stamina bar altogether and then get their combat tightened up, it would be far better, right? Like a game that has really tight, really good combat doesn't need a stamina bar because you're in tune with your character. I can do 2 moves and then I don't have enough oomph left to do another swipe. I got to get out of it. I can get in, boom, boom, get out. Get in, boom, boom, get out. And a game that has a bar like that just tells you that they don't know how to make that kind of game that's very, where the combat is fluid like that. You know what I mean? That's what it always says. And I'm hoping that they go in here and just fix that. That's the one part of this game that I absolutely hate. Everything else about this game I love. It's just that weird janky combat that got me wanting to not come back to it. But I definitely want to revisit this at some point and take a look at it and see what it's done. But so far, everything else so far so good. Lore and all that stuff. So I like everything else about the game. It's just that one big problem. So this has been Alaloth, Champions of the Four Kingdoms. It is by Gamma Interactive, and it's in early access right now on Steam, currently for $25 US. As always, I will leave links down in the description so you can do your own due diligence. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you